Good morning and welcome to On the Spot News right here on Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Barbara Matarisi and let's take a look at the news making the headlines. Here are the news making the headline. Pomona scandal. Government orders Harare Council to pay 780,000 US dollars to Mnangagwa linked fam. Strong Zimbabwe presence in Rwanda as Harare eyes Commonwealth readmission. Parenyatwe general workers earning 5,000 Zimbabwean dollars per month. UK Parliament questions recruitment of nurses from poor countries. PS says police immoral and wrong. Zinara disperses $7.8 billion for roads. Police beat up striking nurses. And in sports news, Dimbare Boso fined over BF fracas kept buzzing ahead of restart. And the news in detail. The main news in detail. The Ministry of Local Government has written to the Harare City Council ordering the local authority to pay up the ballooning Pomona dam site bill, which is now close to $1 million United States dollars. Government reportedly forced the costly waste to energy deal on the local authority, and it has since emerged that council is supposed to pay 22,000 US dollars per day to the contracted company for the next 30 years. The deal was awarded to George Nix BF, a foreign company whose local representative is Delish Nguaya, a business associate of President Emerson Mnangagwa's family. The opposition-controlled city council has since declared that it would not honor the contract, despite local government minister July Moyo insisting that the deal was irreversible. Now, the local government ministry has written to the council demanding payment of the bill, which has now reached 780,000 US dollars. The deal has since been widely condemned by the opposition and civil society organizations. In a recent press statement, Harare Metropolitan Residents Forum, Transparency International Zimbabwe, ZimCOD, and other civic organizations condemned the deal as scandalous. Zimbabwe, which has applied to be readmitted into the Commonwealth, has a strong presence at the ongoing Commonwealth meeting in Kigali, Rwanda. Ministers, business leaders, students, and members of civil societies are in Kigali attending Commonwealth forums. The country is eager to be readmitted into the group as part of its re-engagement drive after its withdrawal in 2003 following a stormy diplomatic relationship with Britain. President Emerson Mnangagwa wants his country readmitted into the Commonwealth. On 15 May 2018, Mnangagwa submitted an application to rejoin the club of 54 countries from different continents. Zimbabwe's Women Affairs Minister Stembiso Nyoni attended the Commonwealth Women Forum, while Foreign Affairs Deputy Minister David Musabayana and Tourism and Hospitality Deputy Minister Barbara Rosie are attending the Commonwealth Business Forum, which are officially opened by President Paul Kagame on Tuesday, June 21. General workers at Parañatwa Hospital, who include groundsmen, cleaners, and cooks, are reportedly earning as little as 5,000 Zimbabwean dollar a month, which is barely enough to buy 5 loaves of bread. Allied Health Workers Association of Zimbabwe leader Simbarashe Chikoka, who represents unqualified personnel of the country's biggest hospital, said their situation was embarrassing. The general workers, whose salary is less than 10 US dollars on the black market, have joined on ongoing industrial action by public health workers over poor salaries. The industrial action by health workers entered its fourth day on Thursday. There has not been any meaningful dialogue between the government and the workers. The British House of Lords has questioned the move by the country's National Health Services (NHS) to continue recruiting nurses from countries recording shortages in their own healthcare systems. Despite its own shortages, British Lords last week said recruitment of nurses from such countries raised ethical questions. Over 4,000 nurses have been recruited by the NHS since COVID-19 broke out to cater for gaps and that arose as a result of Brexit and pandemic-induced resignations. Poor remuneration and working conditions have forced nurses, mainly from Africa, to flock to countries such as the United Kingdom, America, Canada, and Australia. Latest reports indicate about 2,200 health workers have left Zimbabwe in 2022 alone, with 900 of those being nurses. The Zimbabwe National Road Administration, ZINARA, yesterday said it had so far this year dispersed $7.8 billion to local authority for road rehabilitation projects under the Emergency Road Rehabilitation Program. In a statement, ZINARA Chief Executive Officer Kosilati Ncube said $5 billion was paid to the Department of Roads, while $651 million was paid out to the District Development Fund. Ncube said a total of $900 million was paid to rural district councils and $1.2 billion was paid to urban councils. Riot police on Wednesday reportedly stormed Bindura General Hospital and indiscriminately beat up nurses for joining a nationwide strike by health workers protesting over salaries and poor working conditions. This came as public hospitals yesterday discharged patients and closed wards as the strike entered day 4 with no solution in sight. And there were also strong indications that schools might be forced to close early after a sizable chunk of teachers down to starting Monday demanding improved working conditions. On Wednesday, there was drama at Bindura General Hospital when Barton Welding riot police officers stormed the health institution and indiscriminately beat up nurses for downing tools. Some of the nurses had to remove their uniforms to escape the wrath of the police. Elderly nurses could also be seen trying to run away with limited success, but National Police spokesperson Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati said he was unaware of the incident. Zimbabwe Nurses Association President Enoch Dongo condemned the police action as barbaric and deplorable. The Bulawayo City Council (BCC) will this month conduct a survey to take stock of the city's hotel and lodges. Council said it intends to create a database that will assist players in the tourism and hospitality sector improve their performance and contribute to the country's economy. The tourism and hospitality sector is one of Matabeleland's region's economic hubs due to such tourist attractions as Victoria Falls, Chipangali, Wange National Park, Ngami Ruins, Bulawayo Railway Museum, Matobo National Park, Sisu John Rose Grave in Matopo, and Great Zimbabwe Monuments in Masvingo, among others. In a notice to residents and stakeholders yesterday, Bulawayo Town Clerk Christopher Due said the tourism and hospitality survey would be conducted from today, the 30th of June. And in other news, two two top police officers have been implicated in a 500,000 US dollar gold or loot at a mine in Chiweshe, Mashonaland Central Province. These allegations are contained in a letter of complaint dated 22 June addressed to Police Commissioner General Godfrey Matanga and copied to the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission and the Judicial Service Commission. In the letter, the complainant, Lawrence Shereni, through Takaiendesa Law Chambers, alleged that the Chief Superintendent Enoch Masimba and Superintendent Ophias Gadzikwa were illegally removing gold ore from Rosa 10 mine in contravention of a court order barring operations at the site. It is alleged that the senior police officers were conniving with one of the beneficiaries of the state, Yolanda Mututuma, to loot gold contrary to the order of the High Court. And in entertainment news, Victoria Falls based poet Obert Dube says he feels honored to be among performers invited to the World Culture Day celebration in the Kingdom of Eswatini. The multi talented motivational speaker, author, and comedian said that he was ready to stage an energetic performance. The award winning poet said being invited for such an event showed that Zimbabwean talent was being recognized internationally. The Areka collaboration between songbirds Noku, Feza Vuyoletu, Vui Brown, Ngwenya, and Tariro Negitare has shown that local artists continue to mature. Through the song released on Tuesday, the artist sent the message that peace, joy, love, among other things, are only possible through Jesus Christ. Vuyo Brown told Newsday Life and Style that Areka was first released in 2018 as part of her Grace-filled album, but there was a space for the song to be reinvented, and she appreciates that Tarirone Guitar became a part of the song. And in sports news, Highlanders and Dynamos have been fined 5,000 US dollars and 7,500 US dollar respectively by the Premier Soccer League PSL over their abandoned league match played at Barberfield Stadium in Bulawayo last month. The match was called off in injury time due to crowd trouble. The PSL disciplinary committee yesterday released the judgment where the two teams were fined, although the match has been awarded to Highlanders on a 3-0 scoreline. Caps United coach Lloyd Chitembwe says his dressing room is buzzing with confidence as the Harare football giants resume action with a home match against ZPC Kariba on Sunday following a disappointing show at the end of the first round of the campaign. The Green Machine endured a frustrating period at the end of the first half of the season following a dreadful spate of results which saw them going on a 6-match losing streak. That poor run dragged them to a single point above the drop zone after 7 rounds of matches, which has seen alarm bells tolling aloud. And our main news once again. Pomona scandal. Government orders Harare Council to pay 708,000 US dollars to Mnangagwa linked firm. Strong Zimbabwe presence in Rwanda as Harare eyes Commonwealth readmission. Parenyatwe general workers earning 5,000 Zimbabwean dollars per month. UK Parliament questions recruitment of nurses from poor countries. PSA policy immoral and wrong. Zinara displaces $7.8 billion for roads. Police beat up striking nurses. And in sports news, Dimbare Boso fight over BF fracas. Caps buzzing ahead of restart. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you again, same time on Monday. Have a blessed day, and remember, stay warm.